Hey y'all, Pop's Cooper, LivingCooper.com. Look what Pop's got. Welcome back to the Vespa series. This is episode 3, and today we're going to do some body work. We're going to put on the Vespa badge, we're going to do the floor rails and the center floor mat. Get that done hopefully today. So we'll see how far we get, so keep watching. Okay y'all, you know I keep plugging the Vespa Motorsport guys and ScooterWest.com guys. Same guys, Vespa Motorsport. I'm not being sponsored by them or anything, but I gotta say that I ordered some parts from those guys and they were good. Somehow I placed 2 orders incidentally, and they were a little bit different. They actually took the time to call me and verify the order, which I really appreciated. They could have just filled the 2 orders and charged me twice, but they didn't. They verified what I wanted, and I really appreciate that customer service. That was good. Once again, check out their video. They got more knowledge than I do on this. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start with the leg shield badge that goes on the front of the leg shield. And on their video series, they said to kind of clean the holes with an 1/8" drill bit. So I got an 1/8" drill bit. I got a ball peen hammer, which has the rounded ball side to do the peen over that they talked about, and then a block of wood to put pressure up against it that they talk about. So let's see if we can get this done. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take our little drill with the 1/8" drill bit, and we're going to kind of clean these holes out so we don't mess up the paint. Alright, we got that drilled out. Got a new badge, and I got this badge from Scooter Works out of Chicago. I'm going to pop that in there. That's the way it's going to look. And what I'm going to do, but they didn't do, I think I'm going to get some painter's tape and kind of put over the top of this. So I got some painter's tape, and we're just going to put some painter's tape kind of over the top of this, kind of give it a little more protection. Because what they said to do was to take a block of wood and use it to hold pressure up against the badge while you're peening over the rivets in the back. And so we're going to do that, and this painter's tape will just give a little bit more protection. I plan on kind of taking this up on my hip like this. So I'll kind of pull with my left hand, because I'm right-handed, push on my hip, and then also put my right hand over with the hammer like this, and kind of pull up against my hip. And then we'll start peening it. And we'll pull, and then we'll use our ball peen hammer like so. We'll kind of hit these rivets to mushroom them down. All right, here we go. Let's see how well I can do this. Those guys make it look easy, but they got years of experience, which I don't have. Well, it looks like there's one down somewhat. We'll come back to it in just a minute. Now let's look at the other one. Okay, y'all. Those 2 rivets are in. Let's turn this around. Alright, there's the Vespa leg shield badge. It is in. You probably can't see it there, but looks like I may have cracked the clear coat right there by putting that in. Well, I guess it is what it is. Turn this back around and see if we can look at these rivets a little bit more. Alright, there's the back of the leg shield badge rivets all peened over. It didn't take too long, maybe 5 minutes or so. And you can see I kind of marred up around the rivet there on the left a little bit with the hammer. But I guess it is what it is. Those guys pointed out at Vespa Motorsport that the glove box gasket kind of goes right over there, so it's not that big a deal. Okay y'all, next thing I'm going to put on is the clamp board. And basically all the clamp board is, it's a little box like this. Wires go in one side and out the other. And it's got these little ridges in here. And all this is really for is for organizing the wires from the wiring harness. These wires right here. And they come in on one side of the clamp board. And then the wires from the handset will come out and they'll come into the other side of the clamp board. And they will all plug together on both sides, and it keeps them organized, but it also keeps them separated because you can see the connectors don't have any insulation on them. So this box clamp board, it just has these 2 little plug connectors that hold it to the body of the Vespa right here with these 2 holes. So all we're going to do is just snap it in, just like that. Now it's in, and then once we get all of our wires in and organized, they'll go in this board, just like this. And then we'll close the board down and it'll hold all of our wiring secure. Kind of weatherproof, but it's going to be behind the horn cover. The horn cover is going to go here, so it'll be pretty protected. So there you go, that's the clamp board installed. We're going to try to put this center floor mat in. Here's the original that came off of it. It's dry rotted and everything, so I'm not going to reuse that. But I am going to reuse the little rails that hold it in. Well, that way you can see that. I'm going to have to clean those up. So we're going to clean those up, and then I bought a new center mat, and I bought this one from the Olympia Scooter Company. So let's see if we can put this on. So I noticed something peculiar with this, where this mat goes on here. So come on in here and take a look. Now, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's 3 little holes right here. And my little rail, it has 4 holes in it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't know what happened to this 4th hole, unless it got filled in when it was painted, but I don't even see a indentation in the paint. And it's the same way on both sides. So on this back side over here, it's the same thing. There's 3 holes, and then the 4th hole is missing. I'm not sure what happened, but we're gonna have to see if we can fix that. And we're gonna do that when we get to that point. We'll drill a little hole there. But we need to be careful because we gotta remember we got our wiring harness going through here, and we want to make sure that we don't drill through any of these wires that are going through here. So first thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and polish up this rail. Got that cleaned up. Use my Dremel with some buffing attachments and a little polishing compound. Clean it up real nice. Now let's do the other one. And there's number 2. Looks pretty good. Nice and cleaned up. Now we'll see if we can put these on. Okay, y'all, so the hole was there. It was just filled in, so that's good. Side one down. Now this side is going to be a little harder because you kind of have to stretch everything over to get it to line up the way you need it to line up. So that's what we will do now. Let's see, make sure we get this in the right spot here. Alright y'all, there you go. There's the center mat right there. Now that we finish this center mat, next up we're going to work on the floor rails. Now the guys over at Vespa Motorsport, here I go, referring back to those guys. They're the professionals, they know what they're doing. They say if you got the originals, you're better off using the originals. I didn't have the originals, so we got the replacement kit, and I'm not sure. My wife's stepdad had this. I don't know where he ordered from. My guess would be Scooter Works, but I don't know that for sure. But we got this replacement kit. Came with the rails, and there's 3 rails for each side. And then it came with the black end caps, and it also came with rivets. Now these are aluminum, the peen over rivets. Again, the guys from Vespa Motorsport, they suggested using pop rivets with some backup washers behind them. And then the kit also came with the rubber that goes on those rails. So we're going to go ahead and put this in. They said that we don't have the originals. It's a nightmare to put these in, especially these side rails. The rails that go on the outside, right here on the outside like this, because they're not just, bent this way and this way, but they also have a little twist that you got to get into them. And if you don't have the originals, it's kind of tough to get those twists and bends in there. So we're going to see how long this is going to take me. I don't know. We got the trail rails, and we'll put these kind of in place. 3 for each side, and they're different lengths. Now, the only place these peen over rivets are going are up here on the front of the leg shield where you're going to see them. The rest down here at the bottom are going to be the pop rivets. So we only need 3 of these on each side. I think we got all that divided up. Let's get to work and see if we can get these things shaped in there and put in. Y'all keep watching. I don't know how long it's going to take. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to ream out these holes, and we're going to use an 1/8" drill. An 1/8" drill to just kind of clean these holes out. So now I cleaned out all these holes on the bottom. If you look, I don't know how well you can see, but these 3 holes up here will be our aluminum peen over rivets. These require a 3/16 hole, so we'll need to take and ream those out with a 3/16 hole. Now these holes on the front, we're going to go this direction with our drill to ream those out so that we don't crack or chip any paint that's going to be visible on the outside. If we do it on this side, it will be underneath our end caps for our rails. So we'll go over the end caps will be like this. Alright, now we got all those holes reamed out. Now we can start putting our floorboards in. Alright y'all, got these rails kind of shaped, pretty much shaped. So now I'm going to kind of start putting them in. And I'm using, like I said, the pop rivets. I'm using the aluminum washers. That's an 1/8 inch by 1/4 inch rivet, and that looks like the rivet I'm going to be able to use with aluminum backup washer right there. Okay, so I already put one in right here. And of course, as usual, I'm going to reference the Vespa Motorsport guys because they got the experience. So they suggest that you take your rivet and you stick it in the hole, and then you take your backup washer, you stick it on underneath, kind of hold it in place, take your rivet gun, drop it all the way down on there, like that, set it on your knee, and then just kind of give it a little bit, just enough to kind of hold the washer on. So there we go, just enough to hold the washer on and kind of hold it in place. So we'll do that for these three, just like that. Now, you can see it's kind of got a little play in it. Okay, so it gives you the ability to work it up here at the front some, kind of get it all lined out. And he does all three at the same time. You know, he gets them all fit in at the same time, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to go ahead and pop these in place. If all else fails, I can always come back and drill these rivets out. So, and of course, I didn't do what he suggested that time. He suggested putting one hand on the head of the rivet gun to keep it from popping off, just like it did. Just like that. And then the last one. And then of course we can kind of work this. It's still got some play in it. And kind of work it and kind of mold it a little more, bend it a little more, get it into shape. So that's how you put those rails in. I'm gonna put the rest of them in. Once I get the other rails in, then we'll go ahead and talk about these pin-over rivets that we're gonna put up here in the top. Well, that was about a pain, and I'm still not done with these floor rails. I got all of them in except for this one right here, so I had to order another set because this one, for whatever reason, just wouldn't fit, and he ordered those things like 10 years ago, so there's no returning them. I ordered a new set of floor rails. When I get that, then I'll finish up the floor rails, and I also ordered a new leg shield trim. Ordered those from Olympia Scooter Company out of Washington State. And hopefully they'll be here in a couple of days. Okay, y'all, we're going to wrap up episode 3 right here. We'll come back whenever we get the new floor rail kit, and we'll finish up the floor rails at that time. And then we'll also, whenever we get the new leg shield trim that I ordered, whenever we get that, then we'll do that, and we'll also do the front turn signals. So we really appreciate you guys watching. And if you haven't checked out episodes 1 and 2, go check those out. Show you how to run the wiring harness, as well as how to install the helmet hook, helmet bag hook, they call it. So we really appreciate it, and hopefully this helps you out. Hopefully you learned something today. If you know anybody that's looking for this kind of content, might be rebuilding a Vespa, please share our content with them. We appreciate that. Hopefully you liked the video. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up. We appreciate it. If you didn't like it, that's fine. You can give us a thumbs down. Just leave us a comment, constructive criticisms, questions you may have, things I may not have covered, and you may know some things that I did wrong or could have been done a better way. Leave some comments so other people in the community will have an idea of how things could be done different, or what they could do to fix certain issues that maybe you've encountered when you've rebuilt or done modifications on your Vespa. So check us out on our social media, Pinterest, Instagram, and Twitter at LivingCooper, as well as you check out our blog over at LivingCooper.com. And last but certainly not least, please subscribe. Please consider subscribing. We appreciate all the subscriptions we can get. And hit that notification bell so whenever we upload a video, you're notified and you can check out our videos. We appreciate it. Check out our other videos, and we'll see you next time.